When starting a business, should you focus on working with high ticket clients or low ticket clients? I've worked with about 30 to 40 clients over my 3 years of running a video editing agency. So please take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm just talking about my experience and how it would help me if I was starting again. And also, I'm very biased between the type of client for my type of business. But basically, I've had clients pay me upwards of 5K US a month on a monthly retainer, and then somewhere it's just on a few hundred. And there is a drastic difference in between just how you operate your business and how stressed you are and everything like that. It all changes. Now, I'll start with low ticket. Starting off, if you're literally just starting your business, you cannot be picky. Like, you need to take what you can get, especially if you, like for myself, when I was starting my video editing business, I had very little experience. So I was just taking anything I can get. And the problem, if I was picky about it and was like, no, you're not mid ticket or high ticket, I'm not going to work with you, I would have gotten nowhere. So it's some of the things we just have to do. But there's a big difference between from what I found with low ticket and high ticket. And with the lower ticket people, they tended to be a lot more needy. And it was almost, some of the things were like Hail Marys. Like they're doing it and then the hope, like they're putting a few dollars in and hoping for everything back out, where it's just not the case. And the problem with these people is that it can be very hard to work with because then they're the most picky, consume the most time, but then pay the least, which is a problem. And that's not to say that all of them are like that, but you have to bear in mind if someone's budget for, just say, video editing, for, I don't know, let's say YouTube editing, if their monthly budget is 500 a month compared to 5K a month, there's a drastic difference in the type of person they're going to be and how much they're relying on that. Because I've found there, with one odd exception, the people that have paid me the most money have also stuck around for the longest. Because I've been working with some people for, I think, coming on 4 years, or around about 3 years. And nearly all of those people were the ones that paid me the most, or they at least stuck around for the longest compared to the people that paid the least. It was only really 3 months where it was like, it was just a Hail Mary. So, like for video editing, it's not going to just blow up your business. It's like if you're running an ad and you put all of your, and you put so much kind of, or you hope for the best for the editing to just make or break the video. It's not going to do that. Video editing amplifies the video, the message. But if the message and the ad copy and everything about it is shit, it's not going to perform well, and that's not the video editing fault. So, in my experience with the people with the paying lower ticket, it's a Hail Mary, and then if it doesn't work within 1, 2, 3 months, then they're off. And they're kind of stuck and they repeat this cycle. Compared to the high ticket people, they understand that it's a long-term game, like with the content game, but then they've also just been a lot less needy, barely any revisions. Communication is at a low amount, but it's healthy. It's not over the top and unnecessary. I find with the low ticket, it's kind of your lines getting blown up multiple times a day across all hours, compared to high ticket. It's like you can just, the odd message here and there, checking how things are going. One of my clients, Matt Ryder, he's in the sales space. If you're aware, within the business realm, it's kind of, he's working with Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Grant Cardone, people of that nature he's working with. And then for himself, one thing I've really learned with working with him is that time is everything. So for video editing, it's like he won't nitpick on the smallest things. It's like if there's a spelling mistake or there's an error, it's like, obviously, yes, it needs to be fixed. But then if it's like a stylistic thing where it's like, oh, maybe I would have done it the other way, in his mind, it's like, it doesn't matter. It affects nothing, which is the problem compared to low ticket. It's like, it's nitpicking everything that has no effect. And then from a communication standpoint as well, it comes back to time. It's where they value their time so much, they're not going to just waste their time, like always communicating and everything like that. For Matt and I, sends a YouTube video, I send it back, and maybe a little bit of conversation about the video, and then that's that. It's a healthy amount where we get the job done in a timely manner without messing around. One of my older clients, Dave Durand, I'm not sure if it was necessarily a good thing, but I never actually met him. I was constantly working with a team member the whole time, or business partner the whole time. And I never met him, and I was on a 5K retainer with him throughout the whole time, or most of the time, and I never actually met him. So it's like there's arguments where it's good and bad, but from a time perspective and a hassle perspective, there's none. Compared to the low ticket, it's all the way through there for the most part. But then linking back to what I was saying at the start, if you're getting into it, you cannot be picky. And you don't have the experience. You're taking what you can get. Like I've talked about it before. I've done, so like my first client was like samurai content, and it was like that was not the niche that I was intending to get into at all. But it was the first client that allowed me to get my foot in the door in the paid professional editing realm rather than just doing it for myself. And so incredibly grateful to him for that. But then, and that experience wasn't too bad, but then you find others where it's just very early days of their business, and it's just, like I said, Hail Mary. And then, so now at my stage of my business, I'm not at a stage yet where where I can just be like, if it's under 3K a month or whatever, I just say no. Like I don't want to do that yet, or I'm not in that stage to be able to. But it's like, if I have the choice between 10 low ticket clients at 1,000 or one high ticket client at 10,000, I'm most likely going to choose the 10K client, because from communication perspective, you're only speaking to one person or a team of people rather than 10 individual clients. That's 10 individual stresses where you have to have a team member assigned to them and each individual client. And it poses so many more problems. But I think that will be, once I can get to the stage where I'm turning down people and being like, yeah, you're just not our exact avatar, then we'll see if my mindset changes. But yeah, I think for my 16-year-old self, getting into the business space, a lot of it is just taking what you can get and also just doing free work to actually build a bit of momentum and experience, which is the main thing. And then once you've got that foundational base, that's when you can kind of start being picky and just choosing what you want to do in the direction you want. But starting out, I don't think you should have much wiggle room. But yeah, I'm trying to meet that 2 video a week limit or goal, where I'm posting 2 videos a week. I'm just not really looking at the results for at least 2 years or so. So yeah, I think week 3 now. But yeah, anyways, appreciate you watching. Give me a subscribe, please, and have a good one.